Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for March. I hope everybody's doing really well. Would like to take a second here just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there. So guys, if it's not resonating, check your other signs and placements and see if your messages could be in those readings. Also keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Gemini, don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. All right, Gemini, you are starting with Judgment in reverse. You have the Hierophant in reverse. And you have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you've ended something here, Gemini. There's an ending. I do feel like you're really not trying to move backwards either. I'm also feeling like you're not speaking with this person. There could be a sense of there being some kind of toxic communication that has occurred that left you feeling like talking with this person would be poisonous to you in some manner. I do feel that you're not trying to move backwards. It's like there's a finality to your energy here. That being said, there is some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle that's taking place here as well. Let me look and see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. We have the Fool card, and we have the Page of Swords reversed. So I definitely feel like there's a lack of communication between you and this person. This person is coming out as feeling unbothered. There's a sense of them not being concerned, unbothered, whether it's actual or whether it's a front. But with the Fool here, this person has taken a leap of faith. There's something new that's going on in their life. And I do feel like they're not really trying to move backwards either. So I'm curious why they're still in your energy. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. Five of Cups. Yeah, it's sad. There's sadness here. So it's likely that there's unprocessed emotions, unprocessed feelings. There is still, this idea that perhaps in the future there could be some kind of a reunion, but not on your side. I feel like it's more on this person's side, but they're not stressed about it. They're not worrying about it, or at least they're appearing not to. I think you both have some regrets about things that have taken place. It looks like it was pretty emotionally chaotic between the two of you, and it still kind of is. It's those unresolved emotions that's taking place. So let me see what's affecting the connection. So that makes sense why this person is still in your energy. There's some sort of a karmic lesson here for you, Gemini, and this person is still processing the emotions as well. This could have been a fresh breakup. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it was emotionally draining. This was an emotionally draining connection. And I feel like you're both tired. You're both exhausted. Let me see the outcome at the end of... Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the outcome at the end of the week, I do feel like this is a soulmate connection. And so it could be you're dealing with a karmic connection here, which is a soulmate connection, but there's some sort of a soulmate connection. I do feel like there's a big choice that's coming up for you with regard to love by the end of the week. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It can indicate that there's some immature behavior, particularly with with actions as well as words. So be aware of that. The person that's in your energy, I do feel like they have spoken quite immaturely at times. But you could have also had some immaturity as well. That could be some of that karmic lesson. I do feel, like I said, that there's little to no communication between the two of you. So let me see we'll clarify. Why is Judgment in reverse for Gemini? Five of Swords reversed. And the Page of Swords. You may feel that you used some poor judgment in this connection, and you may have some regrets for that. I'm also feeling like some of you guys are a little curious about this person. You could be doing some low-key spying just to see what it is that, you know, is going on with them. I do feel like you are avoiding conflict. There was conflict in this connection, and I feel like you're not trying to have it. There's an avoidance of conflict. So I do feel like there was a lot of conflict here, a lot of ego as well. Let me see why the Hierophant is in reverse. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You don't have to be. I also have Gemini. All right, so it was hard for you to walk away from this connection, Gemini. I feel like you went back and forth. You were indecisive about whether or not you should walk away, but ultimately you decided to end it because you were just so drained. I feel like you feel that you had to give up on this connection, but it looks like you're the one who walked away from this and ended the connection, but it took a lot for you to get there. And I think you second guess yourself sometimes, which is why you are kind of looking to see what this person might be doing. Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse? All right, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Seven of Wands and the Lovers in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing that you walked away from this. There was an ending here. I feel like you're the one who decided to end this, and I feel like you're not moving backwards. You're definitely not trying to reunite with this person. Some of you might feel that this person has been dishonest, or there could have been a lot of inconsistency in the connection. But I feel like you're keeping any kind of communication at a very minimum. It does look like there could be some small communication for some of you, not everybody. Most of you, you're not trying to talk with this person at all. But I feel like you're not backing down. You may have had a decision between this person and someone else as well, at which point you made a decision and you're like, no, this is what I'm going to do, and you're really not trying to reconcile with this person. That being said, I do feel like you were very ambivalent about walking away from them. Let me look in their energy. Why is the Nine of Swords in the reverse? All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this person appears to be dating. There's some kind of a leap of faith that they're wanting to take. But I feel like this is somebody who either feels that you were not offering them what it was that they wanted, and there was no stability here, or they were in that situation where they weren't offering stability and, you know, feel that they didn't have enough to offer. I definitely feel that there's been an ending for sure, and I feel like you've kind of moved forward. I feel like you had a choice between this person and someone else, and you chose to walk away because this relationship was draining for you. Let's see why the Fool is here. I do see that there's been a lot of immature behavior between you and this person as well. It could have been a little bit on both sides, or it could have been, you know, one. All right, so we have the Strength card, the Chariot in reverse, both in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, there is some communication, but I feel like this person was inconsistent, or they may have felt you were. There's something to do with inconsistency here. I do feel like this person needs to work on their own issues, and I feel like they're kind of stuck. There's some kind of issues, life issues that this person needs to address. There's a sense here of them being stuck, not moving forward. This person could live at a distance from you. So the communication between the two of you may have been very limited as a result of that. But I feel like this is somebody who really needs to work on themselves, but it's almost like they might be starting something new in order to avoid that. Let me see why the Page of Swords is in reverse. Because you're getting a lot of mirroring, but it's opposite energies, which is interesting. Why is this Page of Swords in reverse? Nine of Pentacles, Five of Wands reversed. So you're both avoiding conflict with one another. That's why I feel like, so you could have a child with this person or children. There's very limited communication that is taking place. And I feel like you're both trying to avoid conflict. Yeah, so this person is not communicating because they're trying to avoid conflict. It's almost like you both have some regrets for how things turned out in this connection. And it's these unresolved emotions here between the two of you that is kind of keeping the two of you, you know, in each other's energy. And it also could be that you have children together. There's a lot of immature energy that I'm seeing, particularly with communication. So I feel like this person doesn't talk to you for a while, and then you might hear from them. You respond back with something very kind of short, not a whole lot of information. But in a sense, you're still kind of keeping up with this person for some reason. And I do feel like this is somebody who is single. They're coming out as being single, very independent, definitely working on their money. They've got new stuff going on. It looks like you chose to move in another direction. And you're both just basically trying to avoid conflict with one another. Let me see why this Five of Cups is here. Yeah, Six of Swords. King of Cups reversed. Ooh, there could have been some blocking that has gone on at some point. But I do feel like, again, I'm seeing a lack of communication. I do see that you do still have some feelings for this person. However, you're not expressing those feelings. So this was a difficult decision for you, Gemini. You went back and forth on this decision before you finally said, no, I have to walk away from this. So there's just these unresolved emotions, and it does appear you're kind of pushing those emotions down. I do feel like, again, that's to avoid conflict. It does appear that there might be children for some of you that's involved, and if it's not that, you just don't want the conflict. This is somebody who is trying to move their life to a better place. They may come across to you as being totally unbothered. I'm not so sure that that's necessarily the case, though. This person is seated in some stuck energy. It has to do with them needing to work on themselves. And I do feel like there is some communication, but it's sketchy. Well, sketchy is not the right word. It's intermittent. It's like this person could all of a sudden communicate something to you, and then you don't hear from them for a while. So they're kind of somehow, you know, in some manner in and out of your life. But I don't feel like things are moving forward. For some of you, there's definitely a distance here. And that's part of the reason why things are kind of difficult to move forward with. It's these unresolved feelings, though. And you definitely have some unresolved feelings with regard to this person, which is why some of you are doing some, you know, checkups. I don't know if it's social media or just checking to see what they're doing, but neither of you want the conflict, which is why there's a lack of communication. This person in your energy felt like there was a lack of stability, that enough wasn't being offered in the connection. And so they're basically taking the stance of, I'm going to move on. I've got new things going on in my life. I don't need the chaos. Let me see why the Nine of Wands is in reverse. This was an emotionally draining situation for both of you. And I do feel like what went on here, it went on for a while. All right, Five of Pentacles reversed, the Tower, Six of Wands reversed, and the Nine of Wands reversed. So there could have been an attempt to get back together. This could have been an on and off situation where you were together, you broke up, you were together, you broke up. And I feel like at this point there was a Tower moment, because all of that energy where it was makeup, breakup, I feel like that was what was so draining. And so it culminated in a Tower moment between the two of you, in which you walked away from the connection and ended this, and it was difficult for you to do so. I do feel like you don't want the drama. You don't want to, be worried and concerned and lose sleep over the situation any longer. I feel like you're coming out of that energy, and it could be in relation to you stepping into your power or possibly a new connection. The person in your energy felt stuck in the relationship. They felt like it was too on and off, and they felt like it just wasn't going to be successful. So at the point that they realized things were not going to be successful, that their energy was being drained as well, they decided that it just wasn't for them. Let me see. Show me the outcome for Gemini. Page of Wands, the Death card in reverse, and the Two of Cups. There's definitely feelings still here, though. There's going to be some kind of communication. This could be communication with regard to a child, or you might be letting this person know that you are moving in a new direction. You definitely have new options in your life. But that being said, you have the Death card in reverse, and there's a small part of you in the back of your mind that still feels that there's unresolved business, but it could be with regard to a child or some sort of communication. So you know that things are not quite resolved, but I don't see you moving towards this person. I see you moving towards somebody new. In their energy, I do feel that this person wants love in their life. They're waiting to see if you are going to reach out, but at the same time, they're avoiding you. It's the conflict. There must have been a lot of conflict in this connection. This person may also have somebody new in their life. So it's like the two of you are trying to process everything that happened between the two of you. And at the same time, you're both trying to move forward in your life. There's something that is still tying the two of you together. And that's why it was so difficult for you to walk away from this. So, and there does seem to be a genuine affection here. All right, so bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Underlying energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo. I'm seeing Cancer is here. You could be dealing with another Gemini. This person does think about you, but they don't want the conflict. I mean, you're both drained from this. So I do feel like as an underlying energy, the Hermit is indicating that you're soul searching. You're trying to figure out who you are, what it is that you really want in life. You're looking for answers right now. And I feel like you may not have found all the answers that you're looking for, but you are trying to move forward in your life. So let's pull an oracle. I'm pulling for Gemini. Pulling for Gemini. All right, so we have Memento Mori, and I probably totally mispronounced that. It's number 22. Interesting because, again, we have that mirroring that's going on. We have life, presence, and depth. So let's read that and see. All right, so your affirmation, Gemini, is I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life. Are you feeling, living, creating, and loving others deeply lately? You're being called to gain more perspective and presence, to enrich your existence and live your life like a living prayer, to marvel at ordinary things, tiny miracles all around you, and you are one of them. If we could truly grasp this, many moments would expand with bliss. We would be stunned by the moss in a forest or the way our coffee cup feels warm in our hands. Looking in the mirror, we would drop to our knees in tears of gratitude, fascinated by the fact that we are human, an ancient soul on this gorgeous planet within the cosmos. We would be awestruck that we exist with this complex and curious consciousness. This card can also be a positive omen that a lively and vital new energy is coming. Oh, look at that, or already has. It brings excitement, creativity, realizations, passion, and the miraculous. Invite the fullness of it in. It doesn't need to be perfect or planned. In the medieval period, Latin philosophers came up with the phrase memento mori, meaning remember that you die. A memento mori is something that serves to remind us of the impermanence of life. This idea was created to wake us up in the miracle of existence and to inspire us, to gently remind us that one day, oh boy, la mariposa de la muerte, the butterfly of death, will softly land upon our shoulders. I probably totally mispronounced that. I don't know how to speak Latin. It is natural to have fear of the unknown, but it is the duality of life and death that makes this meaningful. Too much time creates numbness. No time at all creates a void. We need both. What if we could make peace with them? We would feel more alive than ever before. Yeah, that's actually a lesson we all need to, ponder on. All right, I hope, Gemini, that this has been good for you. And if you've resonated with it, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Gemini, namaste.